promised you that I'm coming to deliver. So even though the enemy comes and he says, don't worry, I'm coming to deliver. So you can rest in that promise. That, okay, right now it might be topsy-turvy. It's the new year. Everything didn't come the way you thought it would when the year came in. All you have to do is continue to call. Because the promise is that he's coming. He didn't say when he was coming, what time he was coming. The promise is that he was on the way. And so he's coming with that promise. That it doesn't matter what the devil says to you in the midst of it. He's on his way.
He's on his way.
And your only job in that is to give God praise. So every time the devil comes to you and says, you don't have the money to pay this bill, your only job is to give God praise. Every time he comes and says, I'm about to ruin your family, your only job is to give God praise. See, in this, your job is to give God praise. So your job isn't trying to figure out how it's going to work out. Your job is to trust the promise that he's on his way. Your job is to know that he's about to deliver in every situation. Your job is to know that he's about to turn my family around. He's about to heal my body. He's about to turn my sickness around. He's about to give me joy for sorrow. He's about to give me peace in my mind. Because of my only job is to give God praise. If you can get through every situation with your hand lifted and say, God, I'm surrendering to praise. It doesn't matter what's going on. God, I'm going to praise in the midst of it. I'm not all the way out, but I'm going to praise in the midst of it. I'm reminded of my brother Peter. He was on the boat and Jesus told him, I'm going to send you to the other side. Pastor preached this a while, but I had a new revelation of it. So Peter was over there. They had left, and Jesus came to him. And it had been such a struggle that in the few hours since they left Jesus, they didn't recognize him in the distance. He called them and said, it's me, it is I. But they didn't recognize his voice. My mother's here today, so I've known my mother's voice for about almost 30 years. And so there's no way I wouldn't recognize her voice if she called. They had been with Jesus and had just left him, but the struggle had intensified so that they didn't even recognize his voice. They couldn't see that that's his height over there. So Peter said, can I step out of the boat and come to you on the water? And Jesus said, come to me. And the promise was, come to me. Walk on the water. So Peter stepped out and the wind was boisterous, the Bible says. And so as the wind began to say, you're still going to die in lust. You're still going to drown in fornication. He began to listen what it said. It said, you're not going to be more than a conqueror. It said, you're going to die right here. Nobody's going to watch you drown. And so he stepped over and he began to sing. And he reached up for Jesus to help him. So this is what he said. He said, I will deliver. So he pulled him up. And he walked back, but the wind was still screaming. Oh, you think it's something because Jesus with you now. You think you're not going to die in this? You think he really cares? All your only job is I'm going to praise. You can still